I love how I sat down and then immediately realized I forgot to wet my sponge. Hi y'all, if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amira, and today guys, we are going to be delving into new makeup, and I thought I'd do a little chatty get ready with me with new items, talking to you about the little break that I had from filming, as well as what I did on my birthday. Let's get into it. Sponge is wet. I am using the rougher sponge. I've really been into applying my makeup with a sponge lately. I've always been like a brush girl. I am generally solidly a brush girl when it comes to like foundation brushes, concealer brushes, but I've been using these rougher sponges and they are amazing. And I've actually really been enjoying applying my makeup with a dry sponge, but I decided today to wet it because I want to see how this makeup performs with a wet sponge. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the makeup since it is like a new makeup slash get ready with me, but I'm also going to just chit chat with you guys and talk to you about, you know, what's been going on. So I think the last video I uploaded was my Nomad Okavango Safari palette review, and thank you guys for all of the like lovely comments on that video, and I'm glad that you guys found my comparisons helpful because I feel like that is a color story that was really popular and that's kind of coming back. So it's good to know like what you have and what you know, what's a gap in your collection that you want to fill. So I went ahead and bought the Rituel de Fille 3-drop weightless serum foundation. If you guys remember my last new makeup releases, I had talked about how I was really intrigued by this and I didn't know if I was going to buy it. I do find getting the product out of here really hard. It's supposed to be 3-drop, but I'm like shaking it so hard and I can't get it out. I got the shade, oh, you're supposed to press. Oh, it says press me. So just scratch everything I just said because I just don't read instructions apparently. So I got, what shade did I get? I got shade 160, which is a little warm, but not terribly so. So this is not a first impression with this. I did wear this the day after my birthday just for funsies. I wasn't going to because it's quite it's like I feel like it was going to be too dewy for the way the weather was that particular day, and I was right about that. So I want to try this more once the weather gets cool again. I'm trying it on camera today for you guys because I want you to see how it performs. If you're interested and curious about how this performs, I have combination skin, so my skin is like, it's like normal oily. So it had been normal for a really long time, and then my office is quite cold, so I wear like a sweater, and then I have like a little heater under my desk, and as a result I feel like my skin can get a little oily from the dryness because my skin will like overproduce the oil to kind of help hydrate my skin. So this is 160. Actually, it's not so bad. I would just say I don't love this for when it's on super hot days. Today is not particularly cool. It actually is quite a warm day, but again, I'm just wearing this for you guys on camera. I personally really love the finish of this. As you can see, it's really beautiful and natural. It doesn't give a ton of coverage, which I'm okay with. I don't mind going in with using concealer for coverage if I like the finish of a foundation, which I really like the finish for this. So this is sort of like maybe 3.5 drops. Again, I'm using a sponge though, so I feel like if I was using a brush I probably could just get away with 3 drops and it would be just fine. So yeah, as I was saying, thank you guys for all of the comments on that video. And then that next week was my birthday, and I decided just for myself that I was going to just take some time off from work, like my day job. So I took my birthday off and the day after my birthday off. So my birthday was June 8th. So I took June 8th and I took the 9th off. I'm trying to decide on concealer. So I have these two concealers. I believe I've tried this one on camera. I don't know if I've tried this one on camera. Which one? Since we're going for a really natural look, at least I am anyway. I don't know what you guys are going for, but that's what I'm going for. I'm going to use the Glowish, and I am using the shade Medium. This is kind of light, but once it blends out, it's really pretty. And I wasn't sure how I felt about this when I first used it. And I've mentioned before, guys, that I have a concealer ranking video coming up, and it is coming up. I just had to take time to actually try all the concealers so that I could form an actual opinion, you know? And I feel like I've formed pretty solid opinions about everything that I've tried over these last couple of months, and that will be coming like soon. So that's so pretty and soft. I know a lot of people, this concealer has been kind of controversial. Like, you either love it or you don't. I feel like it's one of those concealers that is great to have in your collection if you want something that's just natural looking. Like, it's like it fills that gap in a collection where if you have your like medium to high coverage, and then you want something that still conceals a bit but just isn't like concealer, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how I feel this is. Like, it's there but it's not there, you know? And like, as you can see with my skin, like, you can still see some of my scarring and things like that. My skin isn't perfect, but I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not looking for it to be perfect right now. So I'm going in with the Pat McGrath Desert Glow. I did a review on this, but it is still sort of a newish product. At least, you know, on the market, I think. Oh, this is so pretty. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I almost started on it, but I want to use this for you guys. I knew it was something that I grabbed. It's a horrible sound. And this can go over because I've used this over powder and under powder, and it looks beautiful. So this is the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Liquid Bronzer. I told you guys how I was very intrigued by this, and I wanted to try it. And so I have purchased it, and I have been trying it. I'm going to put this on first. And I do have thoughts. And those thoughts are that this is a beautiful product, but it is not for, if you're looking for that, like, I'm wearing bronzer look, this is not going to give you that. This is so subtle. It's so natural looking that it's almost like it's not there. You can layer it up and get more, like, you know, coverage, more pigment if you like. But what I like about it is for exactly these types of days where I don't want a lot of makeup, but I still want a little glow. And you see what I mean? It just gives a little bit of glow. It's not, I'm bronzed, you know, but I like this so much. And I'm going to show you what I've been doing with it, which is why I brought over the Pat McGrath. But anyway, so I took those 2 days off, and I decided to give myself a little staycation. So I rented a hotel room for the weekend and downtown, and I just was like a tourist in my city. I went to lunch and breakfast with friends. I did like fun touristy things while also still being in my city, so I knew my way around, and like, it was great. And I originally was gonna bring my filming equipment and just film in my hotel room for videos, but I was just like, no. I honestly haven't had any time off in months. Like, when I say time off, I mean like time off from doing anything. Like, usually if I'm not at my day job, and for those of you who don't know, I work a full-time job, but then I also do this, but then I also do 2 other things. So I cat sit, and then I also do some online work for a friend, for a friend's business. And as a result, I don't actually have a lot of off days, guys. Like, if I'm not at my office job, I'm usually doing something else. And so I very rarely have any days off. And so I just wanted, for my birthday, I just wanted some days off. Like, I just wanted to be not in my house. That, you know, I wanted to feel like a vacation. I wanted to be out of my house. I wanted, look how pretty that combo is. Do you see how it bumps it up a little bit? And I'm using Desert Glow, which has a little bit of sheen to it. So it just keeps that glow present without it being super heavy. Oh, I love that so much. Anywho, so I just wanted to not have to do any work for like 4 days. But as a result, usually what I do is I do film on the weekends when I'm not, you know, either on a Sunday if I'm not working, or if I'm working, if I have Saturday off from because I work every other Saturday, which this was my last Saturday that I was supposed to work and I didn't have to work it. So that was nice. So I won't be working Saturdays at my office job anymore. So that's lovely. But on the days that I did, I would usually have to cram everything into Sunday. So I would have to do all of my like stuff, life stuff, you know, laundry, groceries, all of that stuff. And then I'd sit down and I'd film for the week. It was a lot. And so this was like the first time where I was like, I'm just going to take the weekend off, yo. I'm just going to take the weekend off. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to have to deal with the consequences of not having any content for that week. And so it was, I have to say that gave me anxiety, but also it was so nice to just have some time to myself and to just relax. Like I went to the movies. I saw the Transformers movies, which I was hyped for, because when it comes to like stuff like that, I am like a 14-year-old boy trapped in like a grown woman's body. No lie. I love Transformers. I had the Transformers as a kid, and I'm old enough where I had the really good Transformers, you know, the ones that were metal before they made them trashy and plastic and little. I had the OG ones because I'm old. So yeah, we had, my generation, we had the really good ones, and I had them. I had Optimus Prime. I had some Decepticons. I had all of them. So I was really hyped for that. So I went to see that, and that was fun. And I ate really good food. I slept in. It was lovely. I got my hair done on my birthday, which was fun. I needed it because I hadn't had a trim in forever. And for eyes, I'm not using anything new. I'm using what I use. I'm basically doing the makeup that I did for my birthday. So I'm doing like birthday makeup. So this is what my makeup was like on my birthday. I'm going to do my birthday eye look for you guys so you can see, because I kept it really, really simple, and I'm glad that I did because I really loved the way my makeup looked that day. So I'm using the Lorac Noir palette, and what I did is I would go in with these two shades here, and I was tip tap tipping back and forth into them. This palette, guys, has sort of become my go-to palette. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I use this palette almost every day. Like, I was using my Natasha Denona Yucca palette and my Okavango, and I still like those, and I do still dip into them. But when I'm going for like makeup that I just want to just like have something really soft and natural but still like there, I've been reaching for this. I've been really enjoying using it. It's like, it's been like a sleeper hit for me, you know? So this is what I did for my birthday, and I've kind of been doing this look every day since, because I liked it so much. So yeah, so I took those two shades and I blended them together. But yeah, I went and got my hair done on my birthday, and I wasn't planning on originally getting my hair done on my birthday. It's just that my stylist, her schedule is wild, yo, and she's so hard to get an appointment with. She does like a rolling 30-day calendar, and she is so hard to get into as far as like her salon. And so I was like checking, and then I finally gave up, and I was just like, I'll just check like in July or something. And then something told me to check. This was in like May, late May, really random. I don't know what my brain was like, but my brain was like, you should check. And I was like, I should check? And my brain was like, yeah, you should check. So I checked, and she had an appointment, but it was literally on my birthday. And I was like, whoa, we're getting our hair done on our birthday. You'll have pretty hair on your birthday. So I'm taking those same two shades, and I'm just doing this little, giving like a soft smoky vibe, just softly smoking out the lower lash line. How pretty that is. It's so soft. So yeah, so that's what I did on my actual birthday. I actually got my hair done, and then I went out to like a early birthday lunch with my brother and had some good food. I had steak au poivre, which was amazing. I love steak au poivre. And what else did I do? I had like lots of snacks, and I just kind of came home because the next day I was going to the hotel, and I just relaxed. So I'm going in with this shade here, and I'm using my finger. This shade, and so you guys can see it's this beautiful like taupey gold, but it's not like heavy. It's got sparkle, but it's not like, and the thing about the shimmers in this palette is they're very subtle. They're not like, you're not gonna get that like bam 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 metallic vibe from these, which is okay. I don't feel like you need that with every palette, you know, like every palette doesn't have to provide that. I like that these are more simple, and as a result they're easier to use on an everyday basis. All right, and then I went in a little bit with this brush here. I went in a little bit with that darker brown, and I literally just like went over that outer corner just a little on either side, just to like give some depth. Not too much though. I'm not looking to like make it overly smoky. I just wanted to like give a little more depth. There we go. And then I went with this shade here, this one. So this is the one that's on my lid. I'm gonna go in with that shade. So that was my birthday. And for my hair, I got a silk press, which, let me just tell you guys, I'll give you a little history about my hair. I used to always get relaxers. Like, I grew up getting relaxers. That was like my hair history for many years. And then I decided I wanted to, I'm gonna take a little of this just to fill this out a bit. I wanted to go natural. And anyone who has gone natural from a relaxer or relaxed hair knows how painful that process can be. And so I got really impatient, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna shave my head. So that's what I did in 2018. I shaved 90% of my hair off. I had like a buzz cut basically. And then I just wore wigs, you know, like for work, mostly when I wasn't at work, I just wore my bald head. I was fine with being bald. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm bald. I actually really liked it. I loved being bald. Can I just say that? Like, I feel like it's one of those things that if you have the courage to do it, I feel like every woman should try at least once, because I felt amazing with my bald head. I felt sexy. My like, I could do bolder makeup. I wore bigger earrings, you know, like everything was just like, I could turn it up a notch. And I wore wigs to work because it was just easier to do that than to deal with corporate America and being bald. I'm going in with this dark brown shade here, which looks lighter on camera, but it's actually like a brown, dark brown. And I'm just taking this to the outer corner. I'm not doing a wing, like a real wing. I'm doing like a fake out wing. And that's just to add, and I'm using a new brush today. I guess I just got this in the mail. I got this BK 208. I finally got my hands on this bad boy, the 112, and I'm so excited. But I wanted to use this because I just want to see if I like it, you know. So far so good. So yeah, so that's what I did. I shaved my head, and then I wore wigs until my hair grew out. And then in 2020 my hair grew out pretty big, and in 2020 I did another big chop just to give it some shape. And then I literally got my hair cut in February 2020, and we all know what happened that next month. So I spent the bulk of, you know, lockdown just, you know, growing my hair out. And then I was tired of dealing with it again because I was like, I can't get into a salon. I was irritated with it. So I just cut most of it off again. So the hair that you see now is like the grow out of that. I also colored it for the first time in my entire life because I was just bored and doing stuff to my hair because I was, you know, locked up. They won't let me out. Locked up. So I was just like, I'm gonna color my hair. So that's mostly grown out, of course. Oh no. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so my hair now, I'd gone back to my like hairstylist and gotten a nice chop in October of 2021, and then my stylist retired. So then I was like, well, what is that supposed to do? And it took me a really long time to like find someone, and I finally found someone. So I went to her. That was like my first time going to her like actual salon. I done like virtual consultations and all that stuff. And she did a great job, and she gave me a silk press because I was like, I haven't had my hair straight in forever. And my hair, I knew it was going to be pretty long. So by the time she straightened my hair, it was like down to here. Like my hair straight is pretty long, but we needed to shape it. So by the time we were done cutting it, it was like to my shoulder, which I was fine with. And so she gave me a silk press, and it was beautiful, and it was beautiful for all of 36 hours. And then the weather and my hair conspired against me, and I was just like, you know what, after my I've got hair tied into the thingy, after I got back from my little staycation, I just washed my hair, so it's back to being curly, which I'm fine with, but it's freshly trimmed and everything, so the curls are extra curly cute, and I'm loving that. But yeah, if I can remember, I'll put a picture of what my hair looked like after my silk press. I did post it on my Instagram stories, but I'm gonna, so you guys can see what it looked like. But so I did that, and that was fun, and I'm probably gonna straighten my hair a couple more times, because my stylist made a really good point, like when it's been a really long time since you've straightened your hair can be kind of like resistant to it, so you kind of have to train it to, you know, want to stay straight. And my hair, because it had been literally years since it'd been straight, just didn't want to do that, which was fine. So that's what I did on my birthday, and then I, you know, had to go straight back to work. So I don't have any time to film. So this is my first time sitting down to film in like 2 weeks, guys, which is a long time for me. Okay, so new. I have 2 of the new NARS blushes. I have Behave, and then I have Wanderlust. So Wanderlust is the lilac, and Behave is the pinky, the really light one. Now this one I got because I am a sucker for doing things crazy, like buying colors that are too light and seeing if they work on me. So I don't know. I tried this on my hand, and I like rubbed it in, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm gonna try it with this little baby brush, and we're gonna see if we can get some color on my cheeks with this. The reviews for this, I've watched a couple. Some have been great, some have been not so great. So at this point, I'm just curious, you know, like I'm putting this on, and what I'm seeing is that it is very light, and that's fine, but it's blending out so beautifully. Like the actual finish on my skin is beautiful. So this is applying lovely. You guys know how much I love a little slanty brush. I love a nice little slanty brush. But yeah, so I decided to invest in like a flat iron and a curling iron and some products, just so like maybe once a month I'll straighten my hair, just to get it to a point where it can hold being straight for a while. But I definitely know why silk presses are a fall winter thing, because honey, Chicago humidity and my hair were like sworn enemies. That's actually really pretty. It's really, you guys see how subtle that is. Like I tend to love a really strong blush, but because I'm doing this really soft makeup, I'm okay with it not being that noticeable. But as you can see, like if you're darker than me, this isn't gonna show up on you. It barely shows up on me, but this is kind of why I want to try. I just want to see how pigmented it could actually be. It's, I mean, it's there, but it's like subtle. It's definitely a subtle natural blush. I will try Wanderlust at another time. I'm probably going to try that one off camera, just to see, like, just doing my makeup one day for work or something. But yeah, I just feel like this is very subtle. Very. All right, let's do lips. I didn't grab my mascara, but I'm going to go ahead and do my lips first, because I have a new lipstick. And then I can talk to you guys about like all of the things that I bought myself on my birthday. I didn't buy a lot. I did buy some things. So this is in now. This is my Pat McGrath Perma Gel Liner in Cosmic Vibes. I love this tone so much. So much. It's like a purple, a cool tone, like purple mauve, which I love. And it's going to go perfect with the Liffy that I have. So I did buy myself a few things for my birthday. I bought, like I said, I bought a new flat iron and curling iron. That really wasn't for my birthday. That was just for, you know, wanting that for my hair. And then I bought this lipstick, and this is one of the new Gucci lipsticks. And this is, I believe it's called Mary Mauve. How pretty is that tone? You know, if you know me, you know how much I love Gucci lipsticks. I just think their tones are so lovely, and the satin formula is one of my favorites. And I just realized right now that I have a poppy seed in my tooth. Why didn't no one tell me? I had an everything bagel, and I have poppy seed in my tooth. That's not cool, y'all. This is so pretty. It doesn't really go with the eye, but I wanted to try this lipstick on camera for you guys. And then I'm gonna go get this poppy seed out of my teeth. Can you imagine if I taken my thumbnail with a poppy seed in my teeth? Oh my God, the horror. But this is so pretty. Look how pretty this lippy is. It kind of reminds me a bit of Merit Baby. It's kind of in that same vein, and that's probably my favorite Merit lip color. I just love that color so much, and I also wear it with the Cosmic Vibes, and I just, look how pretty that is. I love the way my makeup's looking. Let me go grab my mascara, get the poppy seed out of my teeth. All right, guys, I'm back. I've applied my mascara. The mascara that I'm using, I use the L'Oreal Luminous Brown Balm. I'm still testing this. I mean, I basically made up my mind about it. Honestly, it's okay. I love the color, but this, and I know other people have mentioned this, that it flakes on them, and it's started to flake on me. What I've noticed is that if I put on like a coat or two and I let them dry completely, and then I go on with another coat, the coat underneath will start to flake off. So if I'm going to try to build this up, I have to do it while the mascara is still wet. Just kind of annoying, but at the same time, like, that's the only thing that has worked for me to keep it from flaking on me. But yeah, this isn't my favorite formula, but I love the tone. Like, I'm so glad brown mascara is making a comeback, because with this type of eye look, it just looks better. It looks softer with a brown mascara. So yeah, so this is the finished look, and let me zoom you guys out. So yeah, this is the finished look, and this is basically what I did for my birthday. So like I was saying, for my birthday, oh, let me do powder. I almost forgot powder. Oh my gosh. And then you guys can see what powder I got, because I'm kind of high-key obsessed. Okay, so I had my eye on the Givenchy Light Prism Libre powders, like the quad powder, for a little while, but I just couldn't bring myself to spend the money on it, because I'm like, well, what if I hate it? I don't want to spend that kind of money on it. But then they came out with the mini. And so I got this shade. This is Popeline Mimosa. And it's beautiful. And I've been using this pretty much every day since I got it. But what I like about this is that it really just it kind of just evens everything out. And because of the way that it's set up, you get these 3 shades in it. And one of them is just like a darker shade, a lighter shade, but then you have one that has a little bit of shimmer to it. You have one that's like a banana. So you get all of those shades mixed together to kind of give the skin a more multi-dimensional, natural look that's not just like I put powder on it and my skin is flat. Now I will say this does not keep my skin matte, but I'm okay with that. And like I said, my environment at work is the air is very dry and warm because of, you know, it's cold, but I have a heater, and then the heat is coming from my desk, so I tend to get oily no matter what nowadays, just because of that, the logistics of that. But my makeup always still looks really good. You know, like I might be a little oily, but the makeup itself, and then I can reapply with this because it comes with a little thingy here, a little puff. So I just put this in my little mini makeup bag, and I apply my powder, you know, reapply as I need. Usually what I'll do is I'll powder when I'm going out. So I'll spray my sunscreen spray. Right now I'm using the, and I'll show it to you, the Naked Sundays sunscreen spray SPF 50. I keep this in my little makeup bag, and then I'll spray that on, I'll pat that in, and then I'll go over it with the powder just to help everything like be cohesive. But I've been really loving this. So if you've had your eye on this, and I don't know if all of the colors come in mini size, but I think about 3 of them do. So you might be able to find your shade. This one came into stock, and then it went out of stock, and then it came back into stock on Sephora, and that's when I was able to grab it. So yeah, this is the finished vibe, the finished look. So this is what I got for my birthday, guys. I got this lipstick. I treated myself to a hotel room and really nice food. And you know, that's kind of about it. Like I didn't do a whole lot as far as like shopping goes, but I really wanted to treat myself to like an experience. And that was my birthday, and it was great. It was like a nice little mini staycation, a nice little sort of, I got to stay in an amazing hotel. I stayed at the Whitehall, and if you're from Chicago, if you know where the Whitehall is, it's like this it's a really nice hotel, and my room was beautiful, and I took bubble baths. I took like 3 bubble baths within a 4-day period. I would have taken one more, but I ran out of time. But yeah, I took a bubble bath. I listened to my audiobooks. I had a great time. So yeah, that's where I've been for the past week, guys. I had my little birthday staycation, and then I went straight back to work. But now I'm back. We're back on the grind. We're back on the YouTube grind. This is my first video back. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.